I'm choosing today to shoot this video because it's high winds. So right out of the gate, everything's pretty dry. I don't want to build a fire in high winds in a dry environment. Don't want to. This is your first official sponsored video. This video is sponsored by Old Grouches, the OG of military surplus in Clyde, North Carolina, a contributor to the veteran community. So next time you're in Western North Carolina, check out Old Grouches for military surplus. And I say this sincerely. It's not a sales pitch. Good prices. So what we're going to do, we're not testing the Canteen. We're testing this little stove, more or less, that it comes with, but I'm less interested in cooking. I'm thinking water purification. Okay, and boiling is, depending on where you are, it's almost always the best way to purify water, to guarantee it is purified. So here's what we're looking at. It's not just your tin cup, it's what comes with it. And this all fits very well together. Comes with a pouch with little pockets. The pockets, you can put your dry tinder in there if you so choose to. This video is kind of on fire, more or less. It's got two pouches, Molly on the back. You can put it onto your belts. I'm not going to do it proper because that's going to take extra time. But real easy. Or your foraging. A mag dump. You can use this for a mag dump. All sorts of things, but today we're going to use it for the Canteen. I want to see how fast these actually work. Now, these come with the kit. And just to give you a little example on the cost, this is only $5.95 for 12. According to the OG, the old grouch, he's not an old grouch, he's a nice guy. These will burn about 9 minutes. And to really speed up the process, if you're trying to boil water, just use 3. Let's try it out. First, we're going to open this. Fire stones, fire blocks, whatever you want to call them. These burn for roughly 9 minutes apiece, according to the owner of Old Grouches. Let's find out and see how fast they boil water. I'm choosing today to shoot this video because it's high winds. So right out of the gate, everything's pretty dry. I don't want to build a fire in high winds in a dry environment. Don't want to. So there's one good reason to carry this type of fuel source. Jeez. I gotta be listening for fallen branches. Got a big tool fell right above the big branches. And this is one that fell not too long ago. That's yeah, that's deadly. If that lands on me. I know I'm thick-headed, but I'm not that thick-headed. So right out of the gate, we already know there's a benefit to having this. Windy days. I'd rather not build a fire on a windy day. Tons of leaves on the ground. We're coming at the end of winter. Just tons of leaves on the ground. But pros and cons. The con of this, you need a lighter. But I'm going to see if I can really quickly throw just some leaves together to get a long enough flame to ignite this. And then see how long it takes to boil water and how easy this whole system is. Is it worth carrying? Is it not? I want to review this because I am very guilty of just kind of winging things. And I end up trying to make fires to purify water out in the wild instead of just carrying something like this kit or a water filter in my bottle, which I do. But sometimes I'm just like, I'm in a hurry. I left it in the truck 10 feet behind me. I'm already on my way out. I'll be in the woods the next 12 hours. Who needs that? I'm guilty of doing dumb shit like that. Let's get started. And the way this works, this goes on the ground. And you can either build a little fire, and feed it through this, or you ignite these and slide them through, right? Like so. But we don't need to do all that. We can just light it, cover it, and put our bottle over it. And the other thing, it's got tons of breathing ports, which is really important. This guy. Yeah, I can already tell this is not going to take a spark. Oh, whoa, dang. Okay, that's working. The wind block. Time this. Let's see how long that burns. But while that's burning, let's say we don't have a lighter. Can we throw some sparks to some leaves or some dry grass and get like a 15-second flame long enough to ignite this? Well, let's find out. So, learning. Again, lighter. Jeez, there we go. That should do the job. So, we have a green light. So we're going to take 3. And the other one is still burning pretty good. We're going to let these ignite fully and then start heating the water. And for time purposes, I'm actually going to use just about half of a can. This just locks right in. And then we wait. 8 minutes, 33 seconds for the first one. And we're out. Just notice that 9:26. I'm gonna say 9:20. So I'm gonna say roughly 9 minutes 20 seconds. That's how long these fire blocks last. And again, those winds, man, I wouldn't want to be doing this without some sort of firewall. Basically, what I have, what I'm using here. Now, if you've watched this channel long enough, you'll know that I am quite savvy on teaching skills that are pretty much applicable just about any time. Natural food and water purification processes, edible plants, medicinal plants. Haven't been big on gear hacks or reviewing gear. But after I shot some videos with Crazy Russian Hacker a couple weeks ago, man, it really got me thinking. There's great value in reviewing gear. Because I know when I go look for a product to purchase, I get on YouTube, look up videos on people's opinions on it. And who better to do a review on it than a survival instructor? So I'm excited to bring this to you guys. We're at 4 minutes, and you can see already you're getting those bubbles on the bottom. So we're getting close to boil in 4 minutes. I'm pretty pleased with that in high winds. I like to notice errors or the things that could be done better. This handle has to be in front of this port. Now with these high winds, a lot of flames are coming out of here. A lot more flames coming out of this side than the other side. Or the other side is more dispersed. It's got 4 ports on the other side, 4 holes. So it's spread out. Here, it's all condensed into one spot. So the odds are your handle's going to get really hot. Pros and cons is what it is. Coming up on we just passed 7 minutes. That's something good to know. At 7 minutes, the first one running solo was barely even existing anymore. You can see these guys are still, man, the one closest to us on the left looks like a dum-dum. I think it's a dum-dum. I'd say that's 70% done at least, but the other ones, maybe 60% done. So I think we're going to get more time out of this because there's 3 together. No, it's still kicking ash. Kicking ash. What a goober. I think we're getting to the end. Only a little bit of life left. Still no rolling boil, but definitely a simmer. We're coming up on 15 minutes. And I know some of you are probably thinking what I'm thinking. I should have put a lid on here. And that is a downside of the system. There's not a lid for the system, which would exponentially increase the boiling speed. So far, I'm pretty impressed. I'm not having to constantly feed the fire. I'm not having to constantly guard to make sure no embers are flying around, making forest fires happen. Once you get it going and you get the system set up, you just take a break. Just take a break. And the flames are out. Okay. And that is 15 minutes and 13 seconds. So that's how long it took to dissipate all 3. And again, there's pros and cons. Would a fire be better? Well, it depends on your situation. But in a pinch, if I need to purify water quickly because I'm hurting real bad and it's high winds on a dry day, this is a great go-to. So again, even though we didn't get a rolling boil, I'm very confident with 5 of these we would have. So it's worth having in your kit, in my opinion. Stay alive as long as you can.